Deep in the old woods around the new nuclear power plant, the night watchman was smoking. He wasn't paying attention to anything around him. After all, it was a slow night and a very slow job. Something was lying beyond the metal fence that separated the plant from the woods, but he didn't seem to notice until it was too late. The other watchman, who took the morning shift, showed up to the site of the dead watchman, covered in arrows and blood. A car was called, and 2 rangers pulled up. One fat, one lean.
"Oh, that's a lot of blood," the fat one named Hans said. "That's even more arrows," said the lean one named Shame. Who uses arrows?"
The 2 of them walked out and examined the dead watchman.
"Yeah, that's a dead body with a lot of arrows in it," Hans said. "A lot of arrows that point to the woods."
So, the attackers are in the woods, Seamus said. Some archer group. We're going to need guns.
They're in the car. Should we get more rangers to deal with this?
Oh, come on. A rifle and a shotgun against a few bowmen?
Yeah, we're going to need backup.
After an hour or 2, 4 more rangers came. The 6 men headed into the tight woods. Seamus held his fist into the air. He got down and picked up an arrowhead. He looked back up, and the others were gone.
"Hey! Get back here!"
Seamus yelled. No one was around. Seamus looked for a while for one of the rangers. Nothing. He sighed. He heard something behind him. He turned around and fired his gun. It broke the trunk of a tree. Something zoomed past his head. Looking around, he saw an arrow right next to him. Panicking, he ran deeper into the woods, running into the others.
Where the hell were you guys?" Seamus yelled.
Where are you?" Hans yelled back.
"Being abandoned and shot at."
"Shooting? Did you see the attacker?"
"No, shotgun scared him."
"Great. Guns work, but where are you going to find the bowmen?"
"Find the arrowheads and just keep walking."
The rangers continued into the woods. The sun was about midway across the sky, and the rangers were still in the woods. They found something peculiar. It was a statue of a bear that was carved into a tree.
"We're almost there,"
Hans said.
"What does it mean?"
"Bear god? Bear goddesses?" The 2 of them looked at each other. They scuffled and moved on. The sun was setting when they found what they were looking for. It was a village made in the trees. The buildings were made of sticks, and there were the bodies of the mooses and bears, hanging in the spot where the sun hit the ground. At least they're not vegan, Han said. Looks like they don't eat the greens either, Seamus said. At that moment, dozens of arrows shot out from the trees. The Rangers hid behind some for cover. The rifles lit up the woods. From the flashes, the Rangers saw deformed humans covered in raw moose and bear skins. "Are they still ugly?" Hans said, making Seamus laugh, missing his shot. Seamus aimed his shotgun at one of the bowmen. Click. His shotgun was out of ammo. An arrow shot past him. Another arrow nearly hit him, but hit the ranger right behind him. The other rangers ran away. Hans and Seamus jumped down and hid among the plants. A few of the bowmen chased after the retreating rangers. Seamus looked back at the village and saw a few bowmen patrolling the ground. A bowwoman walked over to the dead ranger. She dragged him to the village. Do you think she's going to eat him?" Seamus said to Hans. She tossed the ranger into the fire. A few of the bowmen patted her on the back. How are we going to get out of here?" Hans said. Do we have any more ammo?" Seamus said. "No, but I have an empty soda bottle." A bottle? A bottle? How is a bottle going to help us? Bottle is glass. Glass makes noise. Seamus looked at the ever-darkening woods. He grabbed the bottle and threw it at the village. He hit the bowwoman in the head. "Run!" Hans yelled. The two of them ran. Arrows shot past them. They ran past the bear statue. Even more arrows shot ever closer to them. They moved even faster, the fastest they have ever moved in their lives. The darkness continued to consume the woods as the two of them ran directly into a tree. They stood there, just laying on the ground. They heard the bowmen walking towards them. Both of them put their hands over their mouths. From the darkness, they saw the bowwoman with the cuts all over her face. Looking around, she stopped. Her silhouette against the moonlight made it look like she was looking at the two of them. Seamus and Hans held their breath, trying not to make a sound. The bowwoman walked away. The others followed her. They stayed there for a long time. It was almost daybreak when the two men came out of the woods and back to the nuclear plant. There was a trunk of soldiers with auto rifles hopping out. "What do we do now?" Hans said. "Let the army take care of it. I'm taking a shower and going to sleep," Seamus said. The soldiers marched into the woods as Hans and Seamus fell asleep in their car.